Welcome everyone to Remote Transmission here on IPMNation.com, coming live as always at 11 p.m. on the East Coast from Styling Souls at 832 Elm Street in downtown Manchester, New Hampshire. Matt Connerton sitting here with Dan Ramblett. How you doing, Dan?
I am doing wonderful, Matt. How are you this evening?
Very well. Trish is with us also, although I don't think she's...
I thought you weren't supposed to say she was here.
Oh, was I not supposed to say you were here?
I was just about to sneak out.
She was leaving.
Oh, well. It's only a half-hour show. So we have a very special guest calling in a few minutes. Michael Haupley-Pierce from Chemical Distance, a gentleman I know very well.
Chemical Distance.
What a horrible band.
Oh my gosh.
Except that bass player, he's amazing.
Really? That's
Yes.
That's the worst part of the
That's
band.
the
Is
worst
the
part.
bass player? I mean, I thought they were much better when they were just a two-piece, but that's just my own personal opinion.
Really?
Yes. Oh yeah, I like the older stuff. I don't know. The new stuff, I don't know. It's just kind of.
I can't lie.
You can't lie.
I can't lie. They're good.
Are they? Okay.
They're good.
Well, I did like that cover song there, the 20th century, 21st century
Digital Boy.
Boy. Or
Oh,
whatever it is
yes.
there, whatever it's called.
Absolutely.
You know,
My personal favorite is Sugar, actually.
I love Chemical Dependency. They're a great band. Very, very
That's
good band.
that's something different.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
that's-
I'm sorry. I get them confused all the time.
Yes. So Chemical Distance does have several shows coming up this weekend
This weekend?
for our listeners in the New Hampshire area, or if you're going to be coming from out of state but coming up to Bike Week in Laconia, New Hampshire. Chemical Distance is playing Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Wow.
Woohoo!
So
At Bike Week?
3 days in a row, and we have our guest.
A little earlier than normal.
Hello.
You didn't answer it.
Oh, what happened?
You broke the phone.
Oh, all right.
You just don't know how to use that phone, do you?
We need to have Dan start answering.
He keeps on messing that phone up.
All right, I don't know what happened. Oh. Hello, welcome to Remote Transmission.
Matt, it's Michael. How are you?
Good, Michael. How are you?
Wonderful.
Say hi to Dan, our co-host.
Dan, how are you, my co-host?
Doing good, Mike. How are you?
It's awesome. It's a very good night. It started out as a bad day, but it's turned into a very good evening.
Well, that's good to hear.
Started out as a bad day.
It is.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate.
Do you need a hug?
Well, sometimes you just get a really bad hand dealt to you, and you have to find the best way to try to recoup your losses.
That is true. So we were just talking about the shows coming up this weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be a very good week for Chemical Distance. We have some really cool opportunities. We're going to be playing Thursday at the Laconia Farmers Market, which is only the third week that they've run it, but the first 2 weeks have been really successful. Most of the people who came and sold stuff ran out of stuff. So the grass-fed beef and the lamb and the eggs and the cheese and all that kind of stuff, the people ran out because it was such a successful market. So that's really very cool.
Huh.
Wow. It's cool that people got fed.
Well, it seems like an odd venue to be playing music at. But
At a farmer's market, yeah.
This is everybody. Everybody would really like to buy stuff from somebody who lives next door. They'd like to get eggs that were local and not coming from Jersey or Texas, and all this stuff is coming from local, and so it's friendlier, it's better, it's fresher, and it's going to be right across the street from 639 Main Street in Laconia, and this is every Thursday. It runs from 3 to 7. This coming Thursday, we're going to be playing from 3 to 5, and there's going to be another act playing after us, but we have dates one Thursday every month through the end of the season where we're going to be playing at least a 2-hour set, and we'll probably be bringing a lot of friends with us along the way.
Nice. Now, a question I have is, how are the eggs friendly?
How are the eggs? What?
You were friendly. You were saying it's all friendly eggs and friendly produce. I mean, what
Well,
actually
if
makes
you
the egg
look
friendly?
very closely, actually, not on the side that has the picture of the Madonna, but on the other side of the egg, there's actually a smiley face in little dimples.
Oh,
Egg dimples. That's probably not actually a correct term.
Wait,
Egg warts.
are we opening for Madonna?
Yeah.
That's actually a big deal.
Egg.
Well, you know, farm eggs are local eggs. And,
No, brown eggs.
oh, whatever.
Yolk, yolk, yolk.
Wow.
And then what's happening Friday and Saturday, Mike?
Funny, you should change the subject. Friday and Saturday we are playing outside of quote-unquote my coffee house, owned by John and Brandon. That is at 92 Court Street in Laconia. We've brought a couple of friends with us for those gigs as well. Friday and Saturday we're going to have Mortuous Ortis and Lucretia's Daggers, and Let Us Not Forget playing with us. But we're going to be opening each set Friday and Saturday at 3 o'clock, and we're also going to be playing the closing set from 7 to 8 o'clock on Friday and Saturday. But the whole day is going to be, pretty much from 3 o'clock till closing, and potentially earlier, because they're going to be serving food from probably noon on. So you never know who might show up early or late and play a set, and it will definitely be worth stopping in and having a little bit of fun. We're going to have the Whiskey Girls in, doing some promotional help for us. It's going to be a really good time.
Are you expecting any biker riots?
I'm hoping for biker riots, as long as they are far enough away that none of our equipment gets damaged, and I don't actually spill my drink.
Because I want to see Matt get into a biker fight. I think that would be just great visual.
I respect Matt's pacifistic vibe. I'm definitely on the same wavelength myself, so I have to disagree with you, my friend. I suggest you come down and to quote the famous hip hop adage, "Don't start no shit, won't be no shit."
Oh, okay. I was going to bring all my irate biker friends and just stir up some trouble. Complaining about unfriendly eggs.
We were actually going to do a whole Joan Baez set, but I'm
Nice.
feeling from you that maybe that's inappropriate.
No, that actually sounds good.
But, we were going to, kind of do it to a sort of an Iron Maiden kind of sound, but we were, it was definitely the Baez feel.
Oh, I'm there.
See, what you don't realize, Mike, is that Dan and I actually went to high school together, and so we've known each other a long time. And during our post high school years, we used to get in quite the biker bar room brawl.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
What kind of bras did you wear? Biker room bras?
Biker.
Well, I don't wear a bra.
I've seen the pictures. I know that. You don't have to lie to me.
Yeah. No, I go topless.
You might actually benefit from a little, key hooter protection.
Little support.
No, I'm very.
It's a bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
The
very,
man's ear.
I'm very flat, actually.
But you're furry, and that adds dimension.
Yes, I know. By the way, Paxton88 in the chat room says, "Don't screw with Madonna."
Wow.
And then something about dragon
I
slaying.
think it's a little late for that. That's probably a couple of hundred deep on that list.
Yes.
So far.
Oh, and he says I'm extremely flat and hairy.
Wow.
Wow.
So
Wow. Who is this?
Paxton88, he's in the chat room right now because our listeners can log on and chat in the chat room.
Well, I told you not to call anymore. Damn it.
So let's see.
Wow. Now, are you guys going to be doing any promotions like beers for bears or anything like that at the gig this weekend?
Beers for bears.
That's what Otto was trying to get me involved in last time I saw you guys. So.
No, I think that was Queers Who Cares.
Oh, is that what it was?
They're a fine organization.
Well, it could be a transmission error.
I got them confused. I'm sorry.
It is. Well, we're the only common good that we're serving actually is ourselves. We're gonna play our set. We're gonna sell our CDs, and we're gonna put a guitar case out. And if people feel kind enough to toss several $100 bills in as they walk by and buy some zucchini, that's beautiful. Because we really need to record some new tracks, and that just doesn't grow on trees.
Now, if they wanted to have their produce autographed, will you guys be willing to do that? Like, if I bring my zucchini up, will you sign it, Mike?
I'll sign whatever you bring.
Wow.
I mean,
You've signed a zucchini or two,
I
haven't
have a
you?
very long name, so I don't know what kind of zucchini you're talking about.
A good summer squash, maybe. One of those.
Oh, you summer squash, I brought her.
Oh, Paxton88 says, going to bed now. Tell Trish hello. Just wanted to contribute. Thank you, Paxton88. What was that, Mike?
I was just doing a little Brady Bunch sound effect.
Yes, yes. So, of course, we can find all the information on the upcoming chemical distance dates online. We want to mention that.
Absolutely, at chemicaldistance.com, spelled just like it sounds. We're also available on iTunes, on Pandora, Amazon, and Zune.
Yes. Yes, indeed. And, Paxton's plugging the Thursday night show that we do.
Wow.
And now, are there going to be any special guest appearances during the chemical distance sets this weekend?
Thursday, we are actually just doing the first half, and I'm not sure who's doing the second half of the set. But on Friday, we're going to have Let Us Not Forget joining us for about a 45-minute set. And these guys are all high school juniors and seniors, just three guys. They're awesome. They're just so amazing for being 15 and 16. We're also going to have Mortuous Fortis joining us on Friday. And I believe on Saturday, Mortuous Fortis is also joining us, and definitely Lucretia's Daggers from Boston will be joining us. So we've got a totally, really diverse lineup coming in. You know, pretty much anytime you stop by either the farmer's market on Thursday or my coffee house on Friday or Saturday between 3 and 8 o'clock, you're going to catch some really cool music. And there will be probably some free stuff to take away, including some CDs.
Absolutely. Cool. And anything else you want to mention before we let you go?
I was told I shouldn't mention the growth that I just had removed, but it's probably too late because I just did.
Well, if you already had it removed, I mean, I don't see any harm in mentioning it. If you still had it, you might not
Well,
want to.
I still do have it, actually. It's just separate.
Oh, okay. What, do you keep it in a jar?
Well, I've got, you remember I'm going to get you sucker, those big fat shoes that had the goldfish in them?
Sure.
I've got formaldehyde in one. I'm just going to sort of floating around in that. It's a nice conversation piece as I'm going down the street, you know, doing my pip stroll.
That's exciting.
Oh,
I'm excited.
here's a serious question that people may not know this or may want to know this who's listening, for the 2 listeners or 3 listeners that are on the line right now. What exactly does the name chemical distance mean? Like, where did that
Good
name
question.
come from?
You're going to think I'm an even bigger geek than you think I am already. I was reading an article about memory. When you take a memory from deep recall, kind of looking at it as like the library of memories in your head, and you pull that memory out and you examine it, and then you put it back away. Most people make the assumption that when you put it back away, it's exactly the same as when you pulled it out of the shelf, but in truth it's not. The context that you recall it under changes it, and when you put it back away, those changes are stored, almost like you take a document out of your hard drive on your computer and you retype some stuff and save it. You overwrite everything that came before, and when you save it, it's new, it's not old. And that's all just a gap in your synapses, in your brain, a small chemical distance. And that memories are really never what you really think they are. And that's where the name came from.
I'm sorry, I was just asleep during that whole explanation. So it's about part of the synapses is what I got out of it then. Wow.
I'm sorry, did you say something? I have my bullshit filter in. I'll apologize. What was that?
Nothing. I just fell asleep. I'm sorry. Just keep on.
That's
Keep on.
good. I'm so happy for you.
I
You
just,
didn't even
you know.
need a machine for that?
I do. I didn't have to have the CPAP on tonight, so that's good.
Where'd you put it?
It's all that fancy scientific talk.
You said the word synapses,
I
and that
think you had
just.
the CPAP at the wrong end. It's not that kind of a PAP.
Oh, okay.
Smear's not required.
But I mean, let's ask serious questions here. Like now, let's get serious. Let's bring it to a serious point right now.
It was about the malleability of memory and how everything that you think you know, you don't fucking know shit.
Wow.
Even if it's your own life.
See, I can relate to that. There you go. That's a better explanation. I like that.
Yes.
But I mean, what would you say, you guys, or again, for these people that have never heard anything from Chemical Distance, for somebody that might have just logged on to IPM Nation for the first time in their life tonight, what would you classify, like, what kind of sound do you guys provide?
We are electronic rock and roll for people with rhythm and brains.
I like that. That's a good...
In that order, rhythm and brains.
Yeah, for sure. Because, we don't have live drums, but our beats are very deep and they're heavy and there's a lot going on. And our music is heavy and our lyrics are heavy. And it's not, it's danceable. If you want to take it as just surface, that's cool. You can run with it and it'll make your head move. It'll make your feet tap. It'll make you want to move your body. But if you listen to it, you'll see that there's harmonies and melodies and it's very musically not just three-chord pop tune, and that the lyrics are telling you a story that's maybe a little more than you want to think about. But maybe you should take the time to think about it anyway.
And there's a visual aspect to the live show as well.
Oh, our live show's awesome. We have a movie that our guitar player Otto's cousin made for us, which is just mostly old black and white movie clips kind of strung together. But every time we play a show, someone who's never seen us before says, "Is your movie synced with MIDI to your music?" And I say, "No, why?" And they say, "Oh, there were 3 or 4 or 5 times in the show where the stuff that was playing on the screen was perfectly synced up to what you were talking about, what you were playing." And it's like, well, no, that's just all interpretation. I mean, that's awesome. That's exactly what we're shooting for. But no, it's all freeform, and our show is never exactly the same, but we play the same movie every time. So it definitely it's a multimedia experience.
Yes.
And there's titties, right? Isn't that one of the prime...
Oh,
there are
quite
titties.
nice. Too.
Yes.
I would say they're about 1967, 1968.
Yeah.
Vintage.
Vintage.
9.5.
The bikers will love the titties.
Well, they all do, and these ones even stand up by themselves, which is just like,
Now, I want to start some controversy. I'm going to ask a very controversial question. I want an honest answer. In all honesty, you are the brains and the talent, right? Otto is just a joke, correct? I mean, you are the actual true chemical distance.
No. Otto's the man.
Well, we're trying to start a fight here. Come on.
If it wasn't for Otto, we wouldn't be in the band.
But you guys could go on without Matt, though.
For sure, but Otto's the driving force. He's the one that he comes up with the beats. He comes up with the guitar lines. I wouldn't say that there's any one of us that defines the band, but he's definitely the one that's got the most drive. So.
Wow, that's not what I heard. Wow.
What's that?
Would you say that's a fair assessment?
Well, I suppose it is. Yeah, I mean, Otto is the one who it really started. It all started as Otto's solo project, really.
Yeah.
And then we, he invited us to climb on board for the live shows, and I remember we played at City Hall Plaza, and it was during the interview with Glenn Willett when we were on his show. It was during the interview after our set where Otto felt apparently very awkward talking about his solo project and referring to us as his backup musicians, and I think it was at that point that he pretty much made the decision, well, let's just make it a real band.
Right, and we all weigh in. I mean, we all have our own voice that we contribute to the whole, without question. And, things are transitioning to where we're all taking a little bit more responsibility for roles within the band, whether they're musical or administrative. But Otto's just a friggin' machine.
Yeah.
It's like I wish I had as much energy as he did to pour into stuff.
Well, he's younger than we are, so what do you
Yeah,
expect?
well, that's true, for sure.
And Matt just contradicted
we're very
himself.
fortunate to be paired up with somebody like that because it allows us to have a little bit more liberty with our time because he doesn't have a pause or a mute or a stop. He just goes and
It's
goes
true.
and goes, and it's awesome.
What were you going to say, Dave?
I said, Matt, you just contradicted yourself because before we came on the air, you just sat there and said how horrible Otto was, how Mike was the true genius and talent behind Chemical Distance, and if he wasn't in the band would be nothing. The minute we're on the air, because Otto may be listening, you're kissing Otto's ass, and I think that's very contradictory.
That's only because I gave him a big bag of weed just before the show.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
But it was just oregano. I learned it from an Adam Sandler routine. It's awesome. I'm waiting to see what happens. He's going to be like coughing up red sauce. It's going to be very cool.
Wow.
See, Dan, you're trying to start controversy, but it's just not working.
I know. I'm trying to start up some controversy. You got to get,
Oh, Taurus, what can I say?
Oh.
going to bring things down, okay?
You know, trying to get that tension. I mean, you're too mellow.
Attention, she's in my other pants with my green card.
What?
What was that? I missed that too. What?
I said, my tension is in my other pants with my green card.
Oh, with your green card. Oh.
My green card, see? Says in my other pants, it's my bandanas. They are laundering that right now, just waiting for it to come back, okay?
Wait a second. Are you here legally?
Wow.
Not very, 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 very legal, okay? Let me tell you something, okay?
Wasn't he the guy at Home Depot that I saw earlier today that wanted me to take him home? I think he is.
Yeah, yeah.
You were in Salem, weren't you?
Yes, I was. I always cruise for the Latinos at the Salem Home Depot.
You know the Spanish I learned at the Salem Home Depot is no trabajo aquí. It means I don't work here. It's like you can ask a guy with an orange apron. He's like, no trabajo aquí. I'm like, dude, I have a friggin' apron on. What are you talking about? Oh, so sorry. No trabajo aquí. And then they're gone.
That's great. All right. Well, Dan, do you have anything else?
Well, he won't cause any controversy.
I know.
I mean, if Otto was right now on the phone, he would be bad-mouthing everybody. I mean, come on.
Well, it's too bad he's so busy home masturbating.
I know.
He's with us in spirit.
Well, he has a pregnant wife, so he's not allowed to get on top, right?
Well, I mean, I saw the video, but it didn't really look like his body. I think someone superimposed his head. So
Yeah.
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
Kind of look like you, dude, actually. Well, never mind.
Wow.
No, I'm the one who edited the video. I'm not in the video.
Yeah, and that is the true chemical distance.
Well, shall we recap what the big shows are this weekend?
The big shows are playing at 639 Main Street in Laconia from 3 to 5 on Thursday for their Market Square Day. And then we're going to be playing at My Coffee House on Friday and Saturday, 92 Court Street, Laconia, from 3 to 4 and also from 7 to 8, give or take. We have a couple of acts playing with us, so it might be a slightly flexible timeline. But come through anytime between 3 and 8, and you're guaranteed to hear some great tunes.
Now, is the place actually called My Coffee House, or is it Your
It's
Coffee
actually
House?
called My Coffee House.
That is the
quote
actual
unquote.
name. Wow.
That's the name. Yep, this was a guy who I used to have a business relationship with, and he left the industry and said, you know what, I want to try something new. His son had just graduated from Culinary Academy, and so the two of them opened up this coffee shop, serving some gourmet sandwiches and fraps, and really good coffee, cappuccino, espresso, really some interesting custom mixes. They do breakfast sandwiches, all kinds of stuff, donuts. It's definitely worth a stop. It's right across from the courthouse in Laconia on Main Street, right downtown.
You say donuts? We might be able to get Stephen James Blake to show
Oh,
up.
wow.
I did say donuts.
All right. Well, Michael Haupley-Pierce from Chemical Distance, thank you very much for being here with us this week. We're actually going to play Red Queen's Race at the end of the show.
Awesome. Good cut. Nice and poppy, and it's timely. Even though it was based on a story that was written like 150 years ago, it's still timely.
That's true, yes. That's what we go for here on Remote Transmission. Timeliness.
Timeliness with an ancient quality. It's so underrated in radio these days.
I know. Don't I say that all the time, Dan?
You do.
Thank God.
All right, Mike. Well, thanks for being here with us this week, and I'll see you tomorrow at band practice.
My pleasure. You guys have a great night. I'll talk to you soon.
You too.
All right, thanks, Mike.
Bye.
Well, that was Mike from Chemical Distance, and yes, I am in the band with him.
Mm-hmm.
But
Why are you trying to get rid of him so fast? You were like, he was only 12 minutes on the show. Well, before we let you go, anybody else you have to
I
talk?
really didn't feel like the discussion was going anywhere further.
You want to just get rid of him that quick? I mean,
No,
come
it's
on.
not that. No, actually,
Yeah.
to be completely honest with you, I did tell him, because he has to be up very early in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
I did tell him earlier that we wouldn't keep him on longer than
okay.
10 or 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
It's late for him because he gets up at like 5 a.m.
Mhm.
for his job. But now, if Otto were on the phone, though, we'd still
This
be
would be a 3-hour
we'd still
show.
be going, yeah,
Yeah.
because Otto, that guy will talk forever,
Yeah.
and he will bring controversy.
Mm-hmm.
because he likes to say horrible and offensive things,
Yes, he
which
does.
is part of what I enjoy about him.
Mhm.
So, even though you don't like his show.
I don't like the bits on Moose. I like Otto the person.
Yes, yes.
Let's just clarify this. I like Otto
Yes.
the person, and Otto in real life is one of the funniest people I know.
Yes.
He does, I mean, and you can work off him really well, and he works off other people really well. It's just for some reason, Moose Knuckle Gang, I just don't get the humor that you find in it. I don't
Yeah.
think it's humorous.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think he has so much more in him that should come out, and I didn't see that in Moose Knuckle. So it's more of a
Yes.
disappointment,
Yes.
you know.
Well, I would like to mention next week's show we will have Stu Cat,
Stu Cat?
hip hop artist from Boston, will be our guest.
Is that one of DZ's buddies or
Yes,
Orion's
yes.
buddies?
DZ.
DZ's.
DZ referred
Cat.
him. And we
Nice.
do want to, again, congratulate DZ and G-Girl on their baby boy.
And it was Rigatoni? No, what was the name of the child?
Oh, was it
Ryerson.
Ryerson, yes.
Yeah, that's what it was. Ryerson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I believe you can also find in the health food
Yes.
area. Of,
Yeah, it's a
of
good.
the
It's a
local
vitamin
supermarket.
supplement, isn't
Yes.
it, Ryerson?
Yes,
Yeah.
Ryerson.
Yeah.
Builds,
But it's
strong
also a
bones and
pretty
teeth.
name. We
Yeah.
won't insult the name, but. So you don't have any other of your bandmates coming on then, coming up. So you're actually. We have some real talent coming on. so next week there'll be some real talent.
Yes,
That's
there
good.
won't
Okay.
be any obvious conflict of interest on next week's show.
Okay, so you're not going to promote the shows over the weekends, like using this shameless promotional tool that you call internet radio.
Yes, yes.
Now, why choose that song that you're going to play here, the Red Queen?
It's been very successful on IPMNation.com. It's the most of all the Chemical Distance tracks that we have on the station. It's been the most downloaded. So
Now, was that also the most popular track on the planet, or was it?
No, the Planet played.
the
The
Carnival?
Planet did play it at one point, but the Carnival got a lot of requests on the
And
Planet.
who said the Carnival was probably going to get more and more requests?
You did.
Yes, I did.
You did, yes.
Yes, I did. Because I actually think the Carnival is a better song
Yeah.
than Red Green, but.
No, I actually agree with you, to be honest.
Yeah.
But for some reason, our listeners on IPMNation.com responded very favorably to Red Queen's Race.
Well, I don't want to insult our listeners, but they all suck. So, I mean, they don't know real music if it bit them in the ass. I mean, that's my opinion. I mean, they should be downloading the Carnival.
Yes.
They should be downloading. I think there's 9 other songs that are better than that Red Queen song.
Yes.
And I just But what do I know? I don't know anything. I just work here.
And Dan, speaking of shameless promotions, we should
Promotions.
We should mention
What?
our next live show Thursday night.
Tomorrow? Thursday night from 10:45. The Verbal Ejaculation, episode 4. We've got some interesting topics.
Really?
Chris is going to come right out of the gate, right off the bat. He's going to come right off with He's telling me today that he has topics already. That's just.
He's coming out of the gate
He's
and
coming-
off the bat.
Yep.
All at once.
And out of the closet,
And
all at
out-
once. So it's gonna be unique.
Huh.
And maybe I'll keep my promise. Maybe I'll shut up for 30 minutes. Maybe
Really?
I'll let him do the show for 30 minutes solo.
Really?
Yeah, I may do that this week just because. But he's ready. He's got stuff that's pissing him off.
Yeah?
He's primed and ready, and it'll be fascinating, and it won't be as atrocious. And we'll try to not talk about baby raping and stuff like that. We'll keep it a little bit.
Okay.
We'll keep it at a little bit different level, but. We got some fascinating things, and we promise not to drag the Bieber thing anymore. We're not even going to talk about Bieber, and we're gonna. And here's the thing: I'm going to tell people: we're making the phone calls quicker, in fact, because we were getting so many calls that night.
Yes, yes.
We're taking every call. So if we're talking to you on the phone, we're going to be rude, and we're going to shut you off, and if I hear a beep, you're coming on the air. So please, people call. I'm not putting up with people talking for an hour. Okay, I don't care if you're related to anybody. I don't care. It's just if I hear a beep, we're sorry. We're going to the next caller. So I'm warning everybody out there now. That's the new concept of the show. But Chris's sister is supposed to call again. She's only going to call for 5 minutes, and then she's gone. She's gone. That's it. She's going to be gone. She's going to give us the advice of the week that we're gonna provide and stuff. So we have some fascinating things coming up. So be sure to tune in 10:45 Thursday night, and then we got Steve's show on Sunday. Be sure to tune in on that. I may not be here, or I may be here. I don't know yet. I have a bachelor party that I'm providing for that night, so I don't know. Maybe I'll bring the bachelor party into Steve's show.
Oh, that's what you should do. That's what you should do. I vote for that.
Bring the bachelor party into Steve's show?
I vote for that.
Wow.
That'd be interesting.
Yes, it would be interesting, but it would also be pathetic at the same time. Because I try not to spend as much time with Steve as possible. I try to put up with him just on Sunday nights only.
Right.
So who knows?
And I do want to remind all of our listeners that probably within 20 minutes or so of our ending our broadcast this evening, this show will be available for download on IPMNation.com.
Wow. And it doesn't matter who downloads it, because you're going to put it number 2 in the ratings anyway. So even if nobody downloads it, it's still going to automatically be number 2. So.
No. Have you looked at the ratings?
Had you updated the ratings since
Yes.
the 15th? Wow. I didn't look at them.
I have. I updated the ratings just the other night.
So remote
and
transmission is not number 2 anymore?
I believe, if I remember correctly, let me look.
Oh.
I believe
Because Local Outbreak's always number 1.
Local Outbreak is always number
Yeah,
1. Local
yeah.
Outbreak is a very popular program hosted by yours truly. And if you're in the New Hampshire area, you can, particularly the Lakes region, you can listen to Local Outbreak every Sunday night at 10 p.m. on the Planet 100.1, New Hampshire's Modern Rock, if you want to hear it before the IPM Nation hears it.
But that is an advantage of being an IPM Nation, because it can be global.
Exactly. On IPMNation.com, you can listen to it from anywhere in the world. And I'm looking for the page that has the stats.
And if you had, the
where the-
website set up properly, you'd be able to find it in 2 seconds. But obviously,
Yeah. Trish hasn't heard me bitching about Steve's critiquing of the website.
No. So.
See, I kind of moved things around.
That's good. I mean, this is fascinating radio for people listening right now. That
Well,
you're
I want to give you, I want to give you this good news.
Good news.
Live on the air.
Wow, live on the air. Good news.
Live on the air.
Wow.
I just have to find.
Would you like me to do a song and dance while you're waiting to
Oh, here we go. Yes,
Local
Dan.
Outbreak number 1.
Local Outbreak is number 1.
Yeah.
Would you like to guess what number 2 is?
I'm going to say verbal ejaculation.
You are correct, sir.
Yes.
Verbal Ejaculation is the number 2 most popular show on IPMNation.com.
Yes. What's number 3?
Number 3 is Stephen James Blake, Countdown to Reality.
Wow. Where the hell is Norm?
Let me see, because I got a... Norm is number 5.
Wow. So
Okay, this show is number 4.
Okay.
So 5 is Norm Unfiltered, 4 is Remote Transmission, 3 is Stephen James Blake, 2 is your new show, Verbal Ejaculation, and number 1, as always, is Local Outbreak.
So I'm on 3 of the top-rated shows, then, basically. You're on all of them, but I mean, I'm on.
You're right.
Wow.
You're right.
Yeah. So screw you, Andrea. It was all about me. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. And if we can get Random Musings up there in the ratings again, I loved it when I'd look at Random Musings high in the ratings.
Yes.
Because that to me touches me in my cockles.
Absolutely.
Whatever those may be.
I couldn't even tell you.
I don't know either. Cockles? I don't think, no, the balls. That's not your balls. Cockles is something else. I don't know.
Yeah, because there's that expression, the cockles of my heart.
Yeah.
That warms me in the cockles of my heart.
Yeah, I mean, my balls aren't in my heart. But,
Right.
My heart's in my balls sometimes. But,
Sure.
That's another show.
Right.
So anything else you want to shamelessly plug before we let this suffering crowd go after,
I think that's about it.
That's about it.
So,
So they can download this show in about 20 minutes
absolutely.
because it was fascinating radio. You know what? I will be honest with you. This was actually a good episode. I like it.
Well, good. I'm glad.
As I said, I'm the worst critic.
I think all the remote
Yeah.
transmission shows have been good.
They have been. I think they're just getting... I was worried about tonight because it was like an insider guest.
Yes.
And I think as an insider guest, though, a member of the family, it was very successful.
Well, good. I'm glad.
Because the Orion interview, I think, was kind of on a totally different level, a totally different planet.
Yes.
And we kind of came back to Earth this week. So
Yes.
That's good. And there was no mention of Mike's box, so that's good. We didn't talk about that, and we didn't dragon slay anybody, so that's good.
I didn't get that, the dragon slaying. Oh, right. Now I get it.
Now you
Danny
get it.
Dragon. Okay.
There you go. All right.
Boy.
Well, when Paxton
You really-
88 said that in the chat room, I didn't know what he was talking about.
You
at
really are
first.
thick, aren't you? Wow, that's good.
Well, because he went from mentioning Madonna, he says,
Yeah.
don't mention Madonna, and then the very
Dragon
next
slaying,
comment is dragon slaying, and I'm like, what?
You're lucky you're a good-looking son of a bitch, because the intelligence, I don't know, it's just not there.
You think I'm good looking, Dick?
Yes, I am. I just,
Wow.
that's, because I am gay now, so we've
Oh,
established
congratulations.
that. Yeah, I've decided that. Just for now, just for the next
Oh, I
5
thought you were
minutes.
just in a good mood. I
No,
didn't know
just
you
for
were
the
actually
next
gay.
next 5 minutes.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap up the show right now then. So we're going to wrap up with Red Queen's Race from Chemical Distance.
Really? Oh.
Yes. Join us next week on Remote Transmission. Sue Cat will be our guest. Dan, thank you as always.
You're welcome.
Trish,
as always.
thanks for being here.
Thanks for not providing any entertainment, Trish. Thank you.
And we'll see you all Thursday night for Verbal Ejaculation at 10:45 p.m. Eastern Time here on IPMNation.com. See ya.